Alright, welcome back everybody. It's Kellen here from Starter Systems, and we're on part 4 of the MXGP2, the official motocross video game career mode gameplay through, where you're going to follow me all the way through this career mode. And we are in Argentina for round 3 of the MX2 World Championship. Currently in qualifying, and if I remember right, I want to go a little bit stiffer because it's softer conditions here in Argentina. Yeah, leave that. It's also a pretty fast track too, so I'm gonna go with high. And it looks like I'm just gonna go out the track, YOLO. So I have played this track already once with a bunch of friends that I play online with, or that I did play online with. Not currently playing online with them now, obviously. And my first impressions of the track were that it's very fun, but also seems a little bit off from the real track, more or less because there's just a couple sections that either are too big or not big enough. Just too much variation, I think. Like, this feels kind of cool, but it doesn't feel accurate because, like, I don't think it's this. I mean, like, it definitely, that table right there is big, but it's definitely bigger in real life. So, I don't know, just a couple things. But the game, as I have said numerous times before, is mucho fun. That is much plus the word fun for any of you possible Spanish speakers out there. I'm not claiming to know that I know how to speak Spanish. 5 years on and I still have no clue what I'm doing. No comprende español muy bien. Oh, I can already see some ruts getting formed in that corner, which I like to see. Trying to get by Jens Getterman. I always have a fun time pronouncing the European riders' names. Just because they're so unique. I don't know. There are some unique American names, but I think when we think of unique American names, it's sometimes like, I don't know, a little bit out there, not even like cool. Well, I mean, there's some cool American sounding names, but I don't know, like, come on, like the freaking West family named their kid North. You kidding me? Anywho, I guess my name's kind of peculiar. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that they're always like unique and different, like Jens Getterman or Roman Febvre is another one that comes to mind that like Americans probably have no idea how to pronounce his last name, but they try. So it looks like I already went fastest despite a crash, which doesn't bode well for the rest of the competition, and I do have the red plate on, so that is that. Whipped out. So like I said, I learned a couple things since the last career mode gameplay, which the main thing I'm discussing is whips. Learned how to whip, which is either turning the stick towards each other like that, or as I'll show in the next bit here, turning the sticks away from each other, which is that. And you can hold it for a little while, but if you hold it for too long, well, then you yard sail. And no fun yard sailing when you're trying to win a world championship, as I'm sure several riders last season would have told you so. A lot of riders missing out on some pretty valuable championship points after crashing out, like Ryan Villopoto and Antonio Cairoli. Alright, so I'm second, but I think that this lap is probably going to put me a little bit higher than that. And it will. 34.3 should be good enough to get me top time in qualifying. So we'll go ahead and return to Le Pit section and go to the next section, which is race number 1. Yeah, 2.5 seconds ahead of Tim Geiser. Indeed, indeed. Tim Geiser, by the way, slaying that proverbial you-know-what this season. 3 of 5 GP wins. And he just won this past weekend in Leon in Mexico, going 2-1. Febvre went 1-2, so they tied on points, and there's still a 3-point gap in the championship. But definitely think that Geiser is probably the one that's most on form lately. He probably could have won that first moto in Mexico, but he had his radiator shroud come undone with about 5 minutes to go. And while that's kind of a silly excuse to blame for losing a moto, I mean, it does pose as a little bit of a distraction. Oh, I got a terrible start. Let's see if the high speed of this Yamaha gets me to the first corner first. Oh, yeah. I get the whole shot and crash, just like usual. Oh, and then everybody goes through my screen. Alright, so got to come through the pack perhaps, or maybe I'll just go around the outside of almost the whole field. Oh, get back on the track. Woo! Pauls Jonas, Dylan Ferrandis, Alexander Tonkov. Everybody's here. Excuse me while I just beg your pardon. Oh, excuse me. There it is. Very nice. Lovely. Up into fourth after a first turn crash. We're only 4 corners into race 1. Imagine crashing IRL and getting up and immediately passing almost the whole field to get back into fourth, like right away. That would be pretty nuts. I can't think of a specific example where something like that has happened. I know that there's people, IRL races, that get like horrendous starts and then suddenly find themselves in like 9th after the opening lap, and you're like, what? But not ringing a bell as someone who crashed on the opening lap and still was in a pretty good spot. Little chaos, Sewer, and looks like Lieber and guys are all battling it out up here, so if you don't mind, I'm going to squeak in. It's like Lieber's trying to raw dog me for the lead here. No, we're going to take it from you and take you wide. Get out of here, you snazzy Belgian, you and your little cute private track. Cool track, though. Wish I could ride that in real life. Julian Lieber's house or whatever it is, private facility. Look it up on YouTube, and you'll see some pretty epic GoPro footage. It's Julian Lieber GoPro. Must watch if you're a moto fan for sure. Meanwhile, you can look up MXGP2 Career Mode Part 4 here on Start Your Systems and see me just wrecking the field right now. Crash in turn 1 is not holding me back. I think I made the optimal choice with my suspension too. It feels pretty lush. Up, up, and away. So realistic difficulty and realistic physics, I think is what it's called, or it may just be like pro physics or something like that. Whatever it is, I'm on all like the toughest stuff already, and yeah, it's not too hard. I mean, I already have the red plate in this championship and all, and just crashed in turn 1 and caught and passed all these guys. I know it's the game, you know, it's like career mode in the game. It's not online mode, and trust me, I've played online mode, and the competition is definitely a little bit more tough. Some of the races that I did, and I did a lot of online races with some friends. I only won like 3 or 4 out of at least 25, I would guess, races that we did. So people are picking up this game mighty fast. I'm very curious to see what it's like when it comes out in the States on, I think PS4 and Xbox One it's coming out simultaneously. I know it's already out in Europe, and it's already out on the PC, which is what we're playing this on. I got mine through Steam, but I've heard through several resources that you could go to, I think, a website called G2A, and they're selling keys on there for about $30, but I don't know if that's been confirmed or denied. I haven't confirmed that yet. I did hear that they sold out, but I could be wrong. Alright. Just a little layover for the crowd there. Like in any other previous motocross game that I've ever played, I really, really wish that you could do like fist pumps or one-handers or whatever, so it looks like you're actually showing off to the crowd. Like the whips and stuff are cool, and then the games that have like legit tricks in them, like that's also pretty neat and stuff to, you know, appeal to the freestyle side fans of the game. But as a racer, I think it's always cool if you can just take a hand off the bar and do a fist bump, or perhaps pull a tear off. I know in this game you pull tear-offs, but you don't get to choose. The only game I've ever seen where you get to choose when to pull a tear-off so far is MX Bikes, which we did a beta test in this on this channel about a month ago now, I think, in MX Bikes Beta 4. So that's pretty cool that they have the tear-offs in that game. Just wish they'd incorporated in other MX games, but I guess it's not a huge deal as I take race 1 in Argentina. And I've unlocked an achievement. Wow. Where is Hurlings? 18th. Yikes, not a good one for Hurlings in that one. Just more credits. You'll notice my credit tally's up to about 14,000. Like I said, racing online, you get a lot of credit. Or not a lot, I mean, you get like 200 per race, so you race a lot online and you get a bunch of credits. You get the point. So, having already raced Argentina and knowing the track, I figured I would destroy on this track. But we are going to Arco di Trento in Italy for the next round, so I'm assuming, having not played the track yet, that it might be a little bit more of a challenge. At least I hope it will. As I have a hole shot, I think I'm going to be running away with this one. Oh my gosh, you kidding me? All day long yesterday, my father was upstairs beating holes into the wall, and so I couldn't record anything. And I've taken it upon himself today to continue doing that. By the way, I'm 23 years old, and yes, maybe I do still live at home, but not for long, I can promise you that, as I'm about to graduate college. Oh, damn, slid out. Oh, there goes Geyser and Ferrandis and Lieber and everybody. Oh, no, that was Petrov. Whoa, 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 okay, alright. I want to try to get to the inside. Yeah, oh, I just couldn't get enough traction. So I'm using both brakes. I have my rear brake on my right bumper and my front brake on my left trigger. I basically just switched them from what I run in sim, so that I had a free torque front brake. But in sim I run it the opposite, so I have just a steady hard front brake. And I use anti-lock brakes in sim, so it usually doesn't matter too much. I'm gonna squeeze the door. Nice, good pass. I'm gonna do the whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, back at it. I'm going to do the second half of this race in first person, just because we had someone in the channel asking for some more first person racing and saying that it feels really fun and realistic. As you may have caught mention in one of my previous videos in this game, I get nauseous after too much first person. I don't know what it is, as there's a hammer right above my head literally right now. I don't know what it is. I can ride IRL, you know, just fine. I guess it's just too much movement in the game or something like that. This game definitely looks like really interesting in first person, pretty realistic for the most part, but for some reason I just can't get used to this feel of it. So I wonder, I'm gonna wait till I'm on a big jump again, but I wonder if you look back in this view, if it goes to third person or if it's still a first person view looking back. I'll wait till I hit the finish line, I think. Biggest complaint about the game for sure so far has been the noise. I know the sounds suck. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about it. Unless you want me to mute the sound in the game, I can do that if you want, but I just do it. I just leave it on since I figure people may want to know what it sounds like. Oh yeah, it just looks back at the rear fender. That's interesting. Anyway, so yeah, I just leave the sounds on because, you know, if people are coming here and they're watching episode 4 or whatever, so on and so forth for the first time, they probably want to hear the sounds as part of the game. They want to hear the game as a whole. They're probably already sick and tired of me talking because they just probably came for the gameplay. But I know you loyal SYS fans love my voice, don't you? Hearing my voice is so good. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I leave the sounds on. Yeah, they're a little annoying, but could be worse, I guess. It's kind of weird though that Milestone would do this because I don't know. I haven't played any of their recent MotoGP titles, but their old ones, it seemed like the sounds are pretty good. So it seems like they would have taken a little bit more time to develop the sounds to be really good in this game because they know how to make really good MotoGP sounds. But the sounds in this game just absolutely 100% remind me of the old Motocross Madness games when you'd go off a jump and it'd still just be and just play like a completed cycle of an audio of a bike. So, you know, it is what it is. It's pretty cool though that in this game you can see like the crowd cheering and stuff like that. I think it's pretty neat. Alright, GP of Argentina has been won. No flames this moto for some reason. Looks like they've ran out of fuel to burst those flames. And I definitely pulled away in the points lead this weekend because Seawer came in second with only 42 points, and then everybody else was at least 16 or more back. Yeah, look at that. Now up 25 on Tixier, a whole single moto gap. Interesting. And I just got a lot of money. Victory and applause. DeSalle leaves the others trailing in his wake in Argentina. The race is in detail. Bittersweet victory for Cairoli and Fevre, who despite winning their single races end the weekend behind DeSalle. In MX2, great performance from Brouwer, who outstrips? Really? Is that a word? Don't think that's a word. Public relations. We got anything interesting? Objective reach, blah, 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 blah. That's all old team interest. Are we going up in the MX2 class? Oh, yeah. Some of the top level teams are pretty interested. Looks like I've got Wilvo Nastan Husqvarna, TM Factory Racing, Marchetti Racing, Team KTM, JTech Honda are all super interested. Do I have any 100% interest in the MXGP class yet? Nope. About 53% on the JK Racing Yamaha, Tip Top Racing, JK Racing Honda. What am I saying? All right, next race, which is Arco di Trento, or Petramurata, which is the town that it's actually located in, but I think the track is called Arco di Trento. Or I could be wrong. It might be the other way around. City Arco di Trento, track Petramurata. We're about to find out, though. This is the race, of course, any of you American fans, where Ryan Villopoto famously looped his Larry, effectively ending his career with a broken coccyx, aka the tailbone. So, unfortunate memories for American fans, but delightful memories for the Italian tifosi, who have always cheered on home favorite Antonio Cairoli at this track. So let's see here. I want to go to bike setup. Suspension changed around a little bit. I want to go a little bit softer on the stiffness, but a little higher with the rebound. A little bit more with the preload too. Just keep it even across the board, and then transmission. I don't know if this is a fast track, so I'll keep it at medium. We'll go out to the track, maybe get a session in or two, and then test it out. All right, first laps in Arco di Trento underway. I know exactly what the track looks like because I've seen many races on this track before, but I haven't actually played it in this game yet, so that's about all I know is what the track looks like. This is actually where Tim Geiser won his first ever race last year, out-dueling Jeffrey Hurlings in the second race. I think he went 2-1 on the day to win the overall, and it was his first career GP victory. Now obviously he's destroying in the MXGP class in his rookie campaign alongside sophomore and current world champion Roman Fevre. Both those guys that are the youngsters of the MXGP paddock are taking it to the veterans. DeSalle and Cairoli were hurt to start the season, so it's kind of fair to say that they're still not 100% comfortable. But the other guys, like Noggle, Barbashev, Simpson, I know Paulin's hurt now, but he started the season healthy. None of those guys seem to be doing all too hot compared to Fevre and Geiser right now. Oh boy. Pretty sure that in real life, though, on this track, there's like legit huge outside berms at the bottom of those downhills. Not sure why those aren't here. Then there's this double section and then a big, I think this is a triple. No, it's just a big table down the hill all the way into the back. Looping final-ish corner, and then this is where Villopoto looped out right about here, like looped his Larry right there. Broken tailbone. End of his career. Whoa. All right, 45 something, 45.775 puts me third. But that'll surely drop. Man, these off cambers are nuts. I think I'm gonna try to use some of the bankings. Like go outside here maybe. Oh, it's weird because like the corner is going and then it stops and then it keeps going and it's kind of strange. This is the biggest jump on the track from my remembering. Remembering? Is that a word? I don't know. It's a big old table. Pretty cool shots. My boss, sort of, co-worker, whatever you want to call him, David Bulmer, has some pretty cool photography photos, yeah, that's the word. Photos of some guys whipping on that jump. I really thought there was a bigger berm there in real life. Did they just not remember to put that? Damn it, Petrov. I mean, it's annoying that the AI can just run you over. It really is. That's something that I hope they fix. Not having a good qualifying session right now. Maybe I set the bike up a little wrong. I mean, it feels good, feels comfortable, but maybe I need a faster bike. Just railed that corner. That felt pretty fast. I definitely, my favorite part of this game so far is that ruts actually are made throughout the course of the session, whether it's a race, a practice, or a qualifying session. And they're like legit. Like you actually, if you get into them and you've clutched and you've turned into it just fine and everything like that, then it all comes together and you rip that thing. And conversely, if you miss the rut, you're not going to have a good time either. So I really like that feeling of it, that you actually have to do things pretty right to make the bike work correctly. Like I said, one of my more favorite aspects of the game. Like that was cool. Like slid the rear end around, got a great drive through this rhythm section. Trying to get around these two guys. Don't know who Guriev is, but I know Petrov. Oh, and then he takes me out, dude. Come on. He's having a good lap time too, man. Why you gotta do that? I think I like that outside line better. I definitely like the outside line down here better. Getting all whipped out, bro. Yeah, that outside line feels bitchin'. Man, it's rough in that corner. Alright, 45.1. Thought I went a little bit faster. It seems like the times are dropping. It's 42.5 is the best lap right now, so let's see if I can't knock that off here. Taking a lot of time here in qualifying this time around. I probably would have been done that last lap if it wasn't for Guriev, freaking probably Russian guy. Just keeping it wicked, bro. Wide open, everywhere, all day, every day. Double. Oof. Rear end kicked out a little bit coming into that corner. I got on the brakes, I think just a little bit too late, and I had to really jam on the rear one there. It's fun when you get the rear brake to slide, but if it's going the wrong direction on you, then you're going to have a bad time. Like I said, I like the outside down here because it sets you up nice for this table, but maybe I lost a little bit of time. Definitely lost a lot of time on those up and down hills for some reason. Because now I was 0.5 up in the first half of the track, and now I'm 0.6 down. Oh, this outside is prime though. So much faster. Oh, I just missed it. Up to 4th. Looks like I'm not going to end up on the pole today, so I'm going to return to pit. Move ahead in the session, and let's see where I end up. 6th. I almost said 5th. 6th behind Seaward, Tixier, Hurlings, Anstey, and Geyser. So probably end up 6th from the inside, because that's how gate pick usually goes here. Fastest qualifier out of the qualifying race, not qualifying session, but qualifying race, always tends to pick the inside gate at a GP. I think they do that because really the inside gate sets you up best for the, first corner most of the time. Look at that lush red plate of mine. Pristine. And it looks cool because I think Tixier doesn't have his red plate anymore. Oh, I got a good jump. And I can cut him off in a turn 1. Whole shot. A little wide in turn 2, but coming out with the lead. I like it. Alright. Let's see how long I can control it from up here, because clearly I'm not the fastest rider on this track. This may be a situation where the AI are finally better than me. Although I am pulling away just a little bit right now. Oh, slowed down a little bit too much for that corner. Wish that the camera didn't do that when you're whipping. It didn't just follow straight ahead. I want to like look back, but... So this second half of the track is where I'm pretty much terrible. Got a bad drive to the rollers here, so I'm going to get caught up a ton, and then I can't seem to figure out what to do in this section that everybody is doing so much better. Getting on the brakes just fine. I got Lieber really closing in on me here. And I think we decided we're going to go inside here. Still just barely getting over that table, but plenty good through this double section here. Alright, so I held the lead. Gio and Lieber are swapping places on that standing construct Yamaha team. Can I defy the odds from 6 gate pick and win the moto? Oh yeah. At some point during the career mode, I may just take it upon myself to do like a really long gameplay. And I'm going to do it because I want to do one GP at least. I haven't decided which, where I make it either the longest or one of the longest settings that you can. So it's just a really long moto each time. It might get a little boring, but I figured I'd try it because then we get a cool idea of how much the track deforms. I've had one of our fans comment that Uddevalla with a lot of laps deforms pretty bad, and Uddevalla is in Sweden, and I think it's a sand base but not like a full sand track. I could be wrong. And I am just pulling away. Oh, I thought I was going to loop out. I was going to pull a Villapoto. Oh, you like that? I think you guys really like that. Getting the rear end slid in there. I was on the clutch, so it have just kind of pulled out. It was kind of like, but I thought it was pretty awesome. If I do say I don't say anything because I just stutter my words like an idiot. And then comes slinging down all the way around the outside. Oh crap. Oh crap. This is not good. Oh, it reset me ahead of everybody. What? Oh, but Hurlings is there. Gotta close him off into the first corner. Oh, I overran it. He's got me. No, I got him. Sucker. 1 lap to go. Gotta hold these guys off. Oh my gosh, I'm getting terrible drives. No, 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 no. Oh, I hit Hurling's rear tire. Hurling's. Oh my gosh, what a battle. Oh, riding the wall out here. Oh, that line worked. Oh, dude, that line was sick. I thought for sure I was going down. Back into the lead. Now I got to hold Hurling's off. Oh, contact. Trying to get good drives through these rollers, and every time I let go of the clutch and just slide way too much. Whoa, a little too tight in the corner. Nice. Holding a tight line. Anstey's going to pass Hurling's. That's going to help me. And Hurling's got him back. They're fighting it out for second, trying to let me get away. 0.9. I actually pulled away a little bit in those up and downs. Gotta get this corner clean. Nice. I think we're good. All right. Defying the odds. Coming from 6th gate pick to win the opening moto at Arco de Trento. I like it. Well done. Well done. All right. That was a close one. Thought Hurlings was going to have me that last lap, but he didn't get me it after all. So on to race 2. Trying to go, well, it'd be 7 for 8 to start the season, and the only one that I lost was a 7th place at the opening race in Qatar. And yeah, I just saw Tixier doesn't have the red plate on his number 1 machine anymore. So it's cool when you take the points lead in this, that it just, you actually get the red plate and it exchanges hands and everything. Needed another good start. It's a pretty good one. They may have me. Oh, I got the whole shot by a smidge, but Geyser was right there. Oh, and he's going to make contact. Oh, I don't know why I cross-jumped you so hard, Mr. Timothy Geyser. That is your real name. Might just be Tim. Damn it, I keep overrunning that corner. It's killing me. Oh my gosh, I thought I was going off the track. What? How did that line work? Oh, and then I railed that corner. I like skipped off of the little inside ditty, whatever that thing is there. I guess it's like a, it's sort of supposed to replace what would be, I would guess, a hay bale there to keep you from cutting the track. And I don't really think I went over it. I just like hit it with my front tire and it tossed me down the hill sort of, but I passed Geyser doing it. I thought that was pretty sweet. That's a cool move. Just don't really know what to do here that's faster that those guys are doing that I'm not. They're still very close to me. Oh, that's not a good line at all. Yeah, here comes Lieber. Trying to scrub. Oh, Petrov just got Lieber. I got my outside line working for me to get a little bit of a gap. So another hole shot and another early lead. Let's see if I can keep it going. One lap of 3 in the books. And I did a 42.5 on that. Oh, well, I guess the start's included. Oi doi. Oh, no, because I went over the line. So that's my best lap on this track? I don't know. I guess, what did I run last lap? Or last race? So I skipped out that little inside thing and went down this hill here. Guess I'll have to watch it back later to know whether or not I actually cut the track. After playing online, my friends and I seem to think that there may be some form of cuts that's like integrated into the online system, because for whatever reason, like, we'll finish really close together in some cases, not all cases, but in some cases we'll finish close together and it'll actually separate us by like a few more seconds than we actually finished. And The only thing that we can think of is that there's like a cuts, like a thing of cuts, like in Sim, that changes the positions around or changes the times around. If you had gone off the track at some point that you shouldn't have, and it didn't reset you. That's my guess on it, though. I mean, I could be wrong. There may be some sort of silly glitch. There was a lot of glitches with the online play stuff right when I first started playing, so could be it. Oh, crap. Oh, that's not going to be good. Oh, almost got ran over. All right, that's not good. Going to be back to 5th, 4th maybe. 4th. Outside line's working well. See if I can try the old over-under here on Anstey. No, he cuts it tight. All right, so 1 lap to... Oh, crap. That's not good either. My record is going to be over. No more wins. I was too distracted telling you a story. Man, I'm all the way back here with this Russian guy now. How quickly things can change. 1 lap, you're on your way to winning the GP. Next minute, you're behind some Russian guy. I apologize, Mr. Guriev, if you ever watch this video for whatever reason. I really don't know who you are. And I know a lot about MXGP, so that's kind of interesting. Man, this is not going to be good if I don't finish inside of the top 10 even this moto. Got to do something different. Like make block passes. That'll work. And then almost get ran over by the guys behind me. Is this Geyser all the way back here? What the heck? Didn't he start in 2nd? He even had the lead at one point? Oh, I like that line. Oh, that's a little bit too much, though. Could get this whole train here, which looks like it's headed off by Paul's Jonas. And it is. That'd be 7th. That would match my career mode worst finish. This outside line might be it. Did do it. Come on, charge in. This is not anywhere close to where I wanted to be. Jump over Gio. I'm on him. Okay, we're inside of each other. What the heck was that? Oh my gosh, what a move. Just banged off the outside and somehow got Gio for the 8th position there. Look at the splits. 4.1 to 4.2. That was so close. I mean, everybody was on top of each other. But Liebert wins the moto. Anstey wins the GP. And I only lost 4 points on Anstey, but it looks like I gained on Tixier in the championship. So now I'm out to 32 points in the championship. Getting that credits, though. Reputation going up as well. Arco de Trento in the books. Fevre wins and Petramurata. Yep. Anstey and the weekend in the lead, followed by Brower and Hurlings. Cool stuff. I'm going to go ahead and what should I do next? Customize my rider. Someone was saying that they wanted to see the Scott goggles because it's like a huge deal in Europe. I didn't know that. But I don't know. Go to the Scott goggles. Why not? Very interesting look to them. Should I go with the match of the helmet, or should I just create a whole new wardrobe? Perhaps. Let's see. Let's go with some blue, cause let's get a matching set of gear going on here with the bike. Let's see if Arrow's got anything that would pique my fancy. I got a blue helmet down here. Meh. I don't really like the AGV stuff. Answer's Arai maybe? It's kind of a bland helmet. Yeah, this is cool, but I didn't really know AXO made helmets. There's always Fox, but it's very Americanized as Fox. I have 2 different styles of helmets. Oh yeah, the V3 and the V4. Wow, the V4 is significantly smaller in this game. I don't know if it's like that in real life. It's just one, Blake Baggett's helmet. Also, I think Febra wears just one. Could be wrong. The Scorpion that I'm wearing. There's Scott, which is pretty basic. There's some cool designs of the Scott helmets, but I didn't know Scott made helmets. Looks like they have a matching set to my goggles of some sort here. Interesting. There's Shoei. I don't really need to go through all this again, but I'm just trying to look for a helmet that I like. Swami, I like Swami helmets. That looks pretty cool. Also matches the bike there, though. Just the standard. There's Thor. Not a fan of the Thor Quadrant or Verge helmets at all. I really liked the Thor Core helmets. I thought they went way backwards with the Quadrant that they followed up with the Core. So I'm going to go with Swami, and I'm going to go with this one, was it? Or was it this one down here? Is this one? Yeah. Go with the Swami. Just get some different brands in there. Go with the race suit. Well, we could go with A-Stars. It's an Eli Tomac Especial. It's also the stuff that Jeffrey Hurlings wears as Alpine Stars. I think he usually wears that set of gear. I think that's the stuff Jonas is wearing in this game. There's also Answer, which is pretty cool. We're trying to go for a matching set of the bike. This is SYS colors, which is always nice. Man, I wish they had Fly racing gear in this game, though. Love Fly. Steve Mathis of PulpMX thinks AXO looks hideous. Well, I don't think it's the best looking gear out there. I wouldn't say it's the worst looking either. I think that they have some neat looking stuff. Everybody knows what Fox looks like. There's the Corax here. Really have never heard of that brand. Didn't know Pro Grip made gear. Knew what Pro Grip was, but didn't know they made gear. Scott, Thor. Guess I could go with Thor for a little bit since it's sort of like American brand. But does this really match the bike? Kinda. Meh. Let's go with Answer. Some new Answer. Blue and green. Get the SYS colors on. And lastly, boots, I guess. Go with A-Star this time, maybe. Got these blue ones. Got red, white, and blue. Basic. I think this is a Villapoto color, maybe. Why are those Tech 8s? Meh. CD. Got anything for me? I just don't know. Such a fashionista. Everything's got to look perfect. I don't think the Thor boots look good. I just don't. I really don't. I'm going to go with these CDs at the end here. Because they mostly match the gear. I think, at least. Alright. So we've fashionisted up our rider for the next GP, which is in... I don't know where. Season information. That's not what I want. I want calendar. Falcon Sword. Falcon Sword is next. Got all my team objectives so far. Then we go to Talavera de Reina. So next episode, Falcon Sword in Talavera in Spain. We are 4 rounds deep into the MX2 World Championship. Thanks for joining us here on the career mode game playthrough of MXGP2, the official motocross video game. If you like this video, please like it. Always helps to get some likes on our videos. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're almost at 10K. The countdown to 10K is truly on. And hit us with your comments, and we'll get back with you to you with any questions that you may have. And we'll be having another career mode gameplay coming out this week. So stick around, stay tuned, and we'll see you guys then.